Hello and welcome to Living Waters Fellowship Testimony Tuesday. Please join us in giving God praise.
I grew up around this area. I was very athletic in high school. I actually lettered in 2 sports, and I went to college and I played competitive intramurals for a while, but I started to notice that towards the end of school that I was having trouble opening things. I didn't really think much about it at that time, but as I began to get into my 20s and I was working, I began to notice that things with my hands were getting harder. So I went to the neurologist and he told me, he did a whole exam and he says, well, you have myotonic dystrophy. The muscles in my hands and in my ankles are wasting. In my 50s or 60s, I could be wheelchair bound, or I could be like I am now. I never really thought that that would ever happen to me, or how could this happen to me? I'm invincible. I didn't really tell a lot of people. I was kind of insecure about it. I didn't want people to know, and at that time I could hide it because it was, evident when I did certain things, but not when I did a lot of things. But as the years began to go on, and it got progressively worse. And I just felt like something in my life was missing, and I felt like God was really calling me to Him. One Good Friday, I was sitting at my desk, and I heard the word. Actually the owners of my company go to the chapel, so I heard one of them say it. I checked it out, and that's when the first time I went, it felt like this is home. As I began my journey, I began to read scripture and pray to God, and I began to learn, even though I struggle, Jesus struggled far worse than I did. I mean, what he did was far greater than any of us could ever ask for. And I decided right there that I committed my life to Christ, and I knew that I was saved. In living my life, this struggle with my hands or my disease, I think that when I came to Christ, it was easier for me to open up and talk about it, which made it easier to deal with, and along the way, praying and following God, he decided to provide me peace and comfort to go along with it. The day of my baptism, I knew I relied totally on God. I knew that I wanted him in every aspect, whether it be good or bad. I need him in every part of it. In living my life, I think that God will not withhold anything that I need to live for him. And now I live my life how God sees me, and that's redeemed.